Today on DMZ Moments.
You're fucked.
Before we get into the story, let's go back to the beginning. I was minding my business when I heard,
UAV deployed.
and I realized when I looked out the door that these guys had put a UAV up, and they realized I was there and they was gonna push. I was by myself. My teammates was handling their own problems, going about their own missions. But these guys here had a mission of their own. They was gonna kill a solo. Why? That's DMZ Moments, right? So my first thought was to disable the vehicle, hoping to stop the guys in their track. I continuously fired shots, realizing it was a guy at the rear of the vehicle with a sniper, so I knew it was time to back off. I didn't have a long range weapon. So I hid for cover, trying to figure out what can I do next when I was hit by a mortar strike. This moment, I fled the building, knowing I was being pushed, but possibly a 6-man team. I flee into the building, knew it wasn't a safe area. I need to get high ground. So at this point, I'm gonna play defend the ladder, hoping I can take them out one by one. So as I wait, I can hear the guy approaching the building, and he started climbing the ladder when I realized this shit is about to go down. So as he comes up the ladder, I knock him down. And this is what the guy says to me.
You're fucked.
I realized that this guy was probably in communication with his teammates, and this is when this happens. The guy come up the other ladder I mentioned earlier I didn't know about, and they take me down. But sadly enough, I was by myself, teammates on the other side of the map. This time I was fueled with revenge. I felt like YNW Melly. I got murder on my mind. So as I sit and wait patiently for my teammate, Grub Life. Obviously this guy loves food, to name itself Grub Life. But anyway, Grub Life, let's talk about him. This guy is a beast. He ran half of the map to pick your boy up. No vehicle, on feet. I didn't understand the reason why he didn't grab a vehicle. It was strange to me because as you can see, the car is right there on the right hand side. But this guy decided that he was going to help his teammate with no communications involved with neither one of us. So with that being said, this man ran the whole map, not gonna lie, the whole map to pick me up. But the whole time while I was spectating him and as he was approaching, I was just thinking in my mind, I was like, I want to kill the motherfuckers. So I set out a plan. Once I revive, I must do a regain. And I knew if I see these guys again, that would most certainly happen.
Not dead yet. Get moving.
Now I'm back on my feet and I realized I gotta do a regain if I want this thing to happen. So my teammate, they wanted me to come back with them, and I said to myself, nope. I have a mission for God to clean up DMZ from these garbage. So I continued my regain with the mindset that I wanted to get these guys no matter what. I didn't know the outcome, but I knew that they would see me again. And it wasn't gonna be a friendly sight. No. It was gonna be some death involved. One of us was gonna have to leave this map, and it was gonna be these guys. Now I had no idea how to make that happen, but I just knew it had to happen. So I continued on.
Shit, 300 and some fucking meters?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I decided at that point that I got everything I needed. I got my money up, because it was one famous rapper, Tupac. He said, if you want to go to war, first get your money right. I got my money right. I was ready for war. But I thought it was time for me to get back with my teammates. So I will occasionally check the map to make sure these guys has an extract, you know? So I meet up with my team on the train. And as we silently come up with a plan to get these guys back, because by the way, they didn't speak. They had mics, I don't know. But we had a good communication going. So it was cool. So we loot a little bit more, not knowing the situations that would transpire later. At that moment, I realized my teammate had jumped off the train by the smuggler's tunnel and was being engaged by another team. I raced that way to help my teammates. And at that moment, things got a little crazy. Because you got to realize in the Mazra, you got a bunch of bots. And once a fight pursues, the bots come out. You have teammates going down. It's hard to get to them. I'm here with a weapon that I normally don't use. I don't have my loadout weapon. But what can I say? I have to push anyway. So I looks around, see where the bots are, see if maybe I can find another weapon. It wasn't happening. These guys was pushing, and they was pushing hard. My teammate went down. I tried to get to him, and as you can see, the boss was called in. With this one-shot weapon, I wasn't sure, so I throw some plates down. I cross my fingers, and I say I'm going in. So as I get to near the first teammate, I have bots all over me. I look around and I see this guy. I'm getting shot all in the back, and I'm saying to myself, this is where I'm finna die. But I was able to take one of the guys down. And as you can see, it gets a little hectic. So I retreat inside the tunnel. And I notice that my teammates are up now. So I'm a little confident as the guy pleads. With that being in mind, we win that battle. So what's next? You already know. I'm back on a mission from God to find these guys that killed me in the beginning of this story. Remember this guy right here?
You're fucked.
Yeah, that guy. So anyway, back to the story. I find a vehicle, and I thought this was a dope vehicle because they had police lights and sirens. And I wanted to make my presence imminent when I pull up on these guys. So I started their way. Time was bearing down, people were distracting, and I knew it was a matter of time because the gas was spreading and people was going to leave the game soon. So I wanted to hurry up and catch these guys and give them what they deserve. Cause I ain't gonna lie, these guys kinda had me feeling salty like a rapper who just got his chain snatched and was trying to get it back. So that was my goal, to get my chain back. You feel me? So as we approach these guys, we're getting closer and I know it's about to go down. So I mentally started to prepare myself. Silently speaking, my teammates hadn't said a thing. But I knew in that silence that we was on the same plane. So as we continued on, I looked and realized that they wasn't too far. So I thought it was the time that we push, and we need to really push hard. So we moved on. Cause these guys, they must be killed before they kill again, or either before they exfil. They must feel the wrath of the guy who they thought they'll never see again. And as we moved closer, I realized that these guys just bought vehicles, and they have 2 of them. But it's just us 3 against those 6 guys. The odds are against us, but what? We're all silent, and somebody's about to lay silent. So we push in, and the closer that we get, I start to smell death. Death in the air. Still uncertain what's going to transpire as we get closer to these guys. But like I said, what do we got to lose? And with the silence of my teammates and that fact that we survived through all of this, and I knew this was a God mission to get rid of scum, we pushed on. And guess what I sight to see? One of the guys outside. So from this point on, I'll let the story go from here.
Friendly airstrike in the AO. Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Look out! I'm back up! concentration. Disregard that. Get up, you're good. Me.
Just more fighting. You take it to them.
So as you can see, we got the guys back. And I was able to get my chain. Like the mad rapper that just got his taken. If you want to see more content like this in the future, more DMZ moments, holla at your boy, Triple OG Gaming. Peace.